Hello, welcome back to the Holiday Haven. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas, holidays, celebration, whatever it is that you're doing. I'm really happy to see you back here. Today we are going to jump into the legend, the myth, the tradition of the Bayberry Candle. Lighting a Bayberry candle either on New Year's or on Christmas Eve or both, and what that is and what all of that does. So if you want to learn about that, this is what we're doing today here on the Holiday Haven. Merry Christmas! Happy New Year! Let's just start with the poem. There's a little saying, a little folk poem. A Bayberry candle, when burned to the socket, brings food to the larder and gold to the pocket. And this is one that I had last year. What it says here is, burning Bayberry candles for good luck in the new year is a tradition dating back to colonial times. This came from a brand that I burned last year. I got it at Hallmark. I can't remember what it was called. I do have these Williamsburg Bayberry scented tapers. Now, I think that there are two kinds of Bayberry candles out there. There's going to be the Bayberry candles, which are actually made with the bayberry, the wax that comes from the bayberries. And then there's going to be taper candles that are bayberry scented, because it's very expensive to actually get the full candle made from only the bayberry wax. I'm going to read a little bit about this to you right now so we get a better understanding of where this tradition came from. So what I'm reading to you from right now comes from Colonial Candle. This is their explanation of where the Bayberry candle came from. I thought, why not get it from a candle company? And I will leave a link below to the exact article that I'm reading, but let's just go ahead and get their take on why are we doing this. When the settlers first arrived, every moment was one of survival. Everything was in short supply, including candles. It didn't take long for the early colonists to discover that the abundant bayberry bush had berries that would give off a waxy residue when boiled. They learned to collect and save the bayberry wax that would rise to the surface of the water and then make them into tapered candles. The bayberry tapers burned longer and cleaner than the tallow version. Unfortunately, it takes a lot of bayberries to make enough wax for a single taper. These bayberry tapers were a real treasure to the colonists, who saved them for special occasions. It was a luxury to be saved and relished. Soon it became tradition to burn your candles on Christmas or New Year's to bring blessings of abundance in the upcoming year. And they have a different version of it here. They say, this bayberry candle comes from a friend, so on Christmas Eve burn it down to the end. For a bayberry candle burned to the socket will bring joy to the heart and gold to the pocket. Two slightly different versions of it. I want to see what does Williamsburg Bayberry say? Williamsburg Bayberry says, Bayberry candles burned to the socket bring health to the home and wealth to the pocket. So it's all a variation of pretty much the same exact thing. Now, I did learn. I burned my first Bayberry candles last year, and I'm sad to report that I'm not a millionaire yet. But I did learn that you have to be gifted the Bayberry candle. You can't just buy it for yourself. And I learned that from the lady who sold me this Bayberry candle. This is one that was made in Amish country, and then I subsequently picked it up from somebody at a craft fair. My guess is this one is just going to be straight up regular wax with maybe a little bit of it doesn't have that Bayberry scent. So let's see, these ones are from Yankee Candle, and I want to see if, I don't want to pull them out all the way because I want to save these ones just for a collection. These have a really beautiful waxy smell, so it almost smells like beeswax. Ah, no, I'm wrong. So my Yankee Candle Bayberries are fashioned with only pure natural bayberry. So that is cool. These are legitimate, true Bayberry candles. Now these were $14 this year, and I got them at the Yankee Candle flagship store. I have heard of people getting Yankee Candle Bayberry tapers at the regular stores. I have never seen them, but I think they're the type of thing that they come in and then people snap them up real quick. So probably at this point of the year, it's not going to be something that you can find in the stores, but maybe, next year look early. I want to see if I can't really slide this out without opening the whole package. Now I do wish that I had gotten two of these so I could have opened one and shown you. This is just really beautiful, and it says on the back, these Bayberry candles were handcrafted at the Candle Making Museum in Yankee Candle Village, South Deerfield, Massachusetts. So while I will not burn this one this year, I think maybe next year I will get two of these so that I can collect one and then, burn the other. But At any rate, these are legitimate, fully Bayberry candles. This one I would assume is more of a, you know, it's got some bayberry in there. This one really smells like wax. But at any rate, they claim that this one is Bayberry Candle, so I'm just gonna assume it is. I gave this one to my boyfriend, so my hope is that he burns this one on New Year's Eve. On Christmas Eve, I burned one this year, and it was of this brand. So this is kind of the, like the chakra spiritual candle brand, and they had a Bayberry candle. So my sister gifted me one of these, and I did burn this all the way down. It did take all night, so I started it in the evening on Christmas Eve, and when I woke up the next morning, it was still going strong. So the gifted version I am praying is the one that gives me the luck. So remember that. You must give it as a gift in order for it to work, according to the Bayberry Candle legend. And we cannot go across the Bayberry Candle legend. We have to stick to the rules here. But let's take a look at the Williamsburg Bayberries. Okay, so these are the Williamsburg Bayberries. Very faint scent. But really lovely, rich color, beautiful, really, really pretty. So I don't know what the base of these is, but they are scented bayberry. And I think, you know what, I think for like, you know, all intents and purposes, a bayberry scented candle and a bayberry actual wax candle, they're gonna do the same thing. If you ask me, I think it's just about the intention that you put behind the ritual. And of course, you know, tradition is important, so it should have something to do with bayberry is my imagining of the thing. But at any rate, I think it, you know, if you go with any of these, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna have the gold in the pocket, as they say. You're gonna have the luck to the larder. I do want to show you also something that I picked up at Yankee Candle Village as well this year, and this is a big old Williamsburg Bayberry, a big jar candle. And this smells lovely. Now, of course, this is not going to be a solid Bayberry candle. My only assumption is that that would be a ridiculously expensive candle if they tried to make that into this. So this is a paraffin candle with the Bayberry scent, and it smells so strong. It's very Christmas herby. Like, this really reminds me quite a bit of Holiday Sage. Holiday Sage is so, oh my god, I love this candle so much. They're not the same at all, but they're gonna have a similar feeling. Like, you know, when there's this really strong herby scent to this Holiday Sage, it's like, it's just a really strong, it feels like you've run your hand through some sage. Like, it just comes off so potent and strong. And the same thing goes with this Bayberry candle. It really smells so concentrated and potent, like you've just actually run your hand through this Bayberry plant. It's delicious. It's so beautiful, really beautiful. And it gives it a really kind of spiritual and uplifting sensation to it. Both of these do. The peace and the uplifting quality of nature and how it kind of puts us in a different headspace. I really get that with both of these candles. They really truly do put me in that kind of more spiritual, more peaceful, more centered, grounded, calmed state of mind. So these are fantastic. But yeah, I just wanted to show you the Bayberry in the large jar as well. Now, I did pick up 2 of these, so I plan to burn one, and I will, you know, let you know in the comments how it goes, if it throws well. Oh, safety. Let's go over safety. So you cannot extinguish the flame. And what I do when I burn my Bayberry candles is I'll say a little prayer over it. So I will light the candle, and I will say like a quick little prayer of what kinds of things I would like to invite into the year, an intention, so to speak, and then light it and put it in some sort of a container or something where it's gonna stick well, because if you have obviously a taper, you want to make sure that it's going to stay upright the entire time so that it doesn't lose the burn. When you're ready to go to bed, so I like to keep it out and look at it and reflect on it throughout the night as I pass it. When you're ready to go to bed, put it inside your kitchen sink or a bathtub, as long as the shower curtain is pulled far away from it or like tied up or something, because you just would never want to risk anything catching on fire from your lucky candle. Put it in a kitchen sink, that way if it knocks over, the wax goes in the sink, nothing in the sink is flammable. Same thing with the bathtub. If you wake up in the morning and it's still going, just let it burn. It will extinguish itself when it gets to the end of the wax. I think that is all that there is to know about the Bayberry candle tradition. I'm so happy to have shared this with you, and if you don't know about, if you've never done the Bayberry Candle tradition, I would say give it a whirl. At the very least, it's a fun little thing to do with yourself or your family, just to set some prayers and intentions for the new year. You can do it Christmas Eve, you can do it New Year's Eve, you can do it both. Gift it to someone else, have someone else gift it to you, and you'll be all set for your tapered candle, Bayberry Candle delicious tradition. All right. It was great to talk to you. I'm so glad we got to spend some time together before the new year, and I will see you probably in 2022. Also, one last thing, 2021, I'm grateful that I started the Haunted Haven, and I'm grateful that I have gotten to know all of you a little bit, through comments and the lives and whatever. So I'm just really happy to have started this. Have a fantastic New Year's Eve celebration. Be safe, obviously. Stay in a small group with the Omicron. It's obviously, I'm not gonna lecture to you on that. But at any rate, I hope it's very safe and fun and fulfilling. And light your Bayberry candle. All right, goodbye. See you next time.